Welcome back. While women empowerment remains a pertinent issue for all of Pakistan, there is no shortage of examples of how locals and communities step out of their comfort zones to achieve a bigger mission. Such has been the case with the Inayat family, which belonged to a small village to the name of Shimshal in Hunza Valley, but later moved to Lahore. Karishma Inayat, who has played football on a national level along with her brother, had the idea of bringing football to girls in the village. Together, they held the first instance of the GilgitBaltistan Girls Football League tournament in 2016, which was an immediate success. Almost 70 girls participated in the first edition, which is why they expanded the tournament each year. Karishma believes that education and sports should go hand in hand to empower girls.
यहाँ से हमें सपोर्ट करती है और हम लोग की ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कोशिश है कि हम लोग जो है बच्चों को जो है हेल्दी एक्टिविटीज़ में इन्वॉल्व करें ताकि वो मेंटली और फिजिकली स्ट्रांग हो। दूसरा GBGFL जो है मैंने और मेरी बहन सुमेरा इनायत ने जो है इनिशिएट किया है और हम लोग का बस यही गोल है कि हम लोग स्पोर्ट्स और एजुकेशन को साथ साथ लेकर चलें। बच्चियों को जो है मेंटल हेल्थ अवेयरनेस हम लोग कैंप्स कराना चाह रहे हैं जिसमें जो है वो पॉजिटिव एक्टिविटीज़ में ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्व हों। दूसरा उनके लिए एजुकेशन के लिए काम करना चाह रहे हैं, ना सिर्फ स्पोर्ट्स में बल्कि एजुकेशन में भी उनको आगे लेके जाना चाह रहे हैं।
The tournament is about giving girls a purpose that they can strive for. Therefore, village football is being used to provide an alternative path to girls and to give young girls and women aspirations beyond the valley. Nevertheless, playing football remains a healthy and fun activity, and it also creates a social bond between teammates and increases sportsmanship. The locals in Shimshal have also responded positively to the event, and many parents have started encouraging young girls to participate in the football tournament as well. The third successful edition of the tournament was recently held this year, with 8 teams of 100 girls participating. This year it was held in the region of Basu and Hunza Valley, and aside from the tournament, an exclusive training camp was also set up for the girls.
मेरा नाम सुमेरा इनायत है और मैं शिमशाल से बिलोंग करती हूँ। लास्ट 2 ईयर से हम टूर्नामेंट करवा रहे हैं शिमशाल में और ये मतलब कि एक रीजन लेवल का था, मतलब सिर्फ शिमशाल की टीम्स पार्टिसिपेट करती थी। इस साल हमने सोचा कि क्यों ना हम इस टूर्नामेंट को जो है बाकी एरियाज़ में भी इंट्रोड्यूस करवाएं और इसलिए हम लोगों ने इस दफ़ा जो है पसू वैली में अपना टूर्नामेंट रखा जिसमें हमारे पास टोटल 8 टीम्स पार्टिसिपेट कर रही हैं गोजाल 1 से। तो हम लोग ये होप करते हैं कि हम आगे भी इंशाल्लाह इस चीज़ को चलाते रहेंगे और हमारा जो मेन एम है वो ये है कि गर्ल्स को स्पोर्ट्स और एजुकेशन दोनों मेन रखा जाए। और इसके अलावा जो हमारा नेक्स्ट स्टेप होगा वो ये होगा कि गोजाल 2 की टीम्स हम लोग जो है उनको इनवाइट करेंगे। उसके बाद हम स्टेप बाय स्टेप जो है इसको गिलगित बल्तिस्तान लेवल तक पहुंचाएंगे। हमारी गवर्नमेंट से यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि अगर वो हमारे हर एरिया में एटलीस्ट फुल 11 साइड नहीं तो फुटसॉल ग्राउंड्स अगर वो बनवा दे तो बहुत अच्छा होगा।
But despite holding successful tournaments, the Inayat family has faced a lot of logistical and financial barriers. This can be noted by the attitudes of the government towards football, especially women's football. But Karishma Inayat is not going to give in to such hindrances. She is working diligently to bring sponsors and other agencies on board to provide the girls from Hunza Valley a chance to train at better pitches in cities with better trainers. To talk more about the story behind the GilgitBaltistan Girls Football League, we now join Karishma Inayat. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Inayat. I'll start from where I ended. What is the story behind starting a girls football league in a remote area of Pakistan?
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for inviting me first of all. Basically it all started in 2016 when I and my sisters were representing Pakistan in the Jubilee International Games that was held by our community, the Aga Khan community in Dubai. So we were there and we were competing there while my brother and some of my cousins went to Shimshal. And they were like, why don't we start a football tournament or like a small club in Shimshal so that these girls could also get the opportunity. So basically it was all started by my brother and my cousins. So when we came back to Pakistan, they shared this idea with us that they organized a small event that year in 2016 with the help of a little sponsorship from Samina Khayal. She's the first mountaineer of Pakistan, female mountaineer of Pakistan. So she first helped us with, she first financially helped us with the tournament. So after that, we decided to organize it every year. So now the Shimshal Girls League happens every year in Shimshal, and this year we organized another football tournament that was a huge one for the girls of GilgitBaltistan. Yeah.
This is quite an accomplishment for you, Miss Inayat, and for the community as well. So let me ask you, how have the locals and the young girls responded to the football league?
Yeah, the girls, their families, and especially our community is very supportive towards the initiative. They've helped us a lot. Like they were there every time whenever we asked for help, or whenever we wanted a team, they were always like, yeah, we would bring our team. So that was not a problem for us.
So, okay, let me ask you this. What logistical and financial barriers have you faced since the league's inception? Have the government or other donor bodies shown some interest in supporting this league?
Yeah, sponsorship was the biggest hurdle for us, because we worked for like a whole year to find sponsors who would be interested in our initiative. But unfortunately, there were very few people who actually thought that the idea is good and they would invest in it. Like we had three very strong sponsors. We had Flava on board with us. We had Karakoram Club, we had the Marble Slab Creamery, Green Hearts people, and these small organizations and ice cream like brands were very interested in investing in the tournament. So we took help from them. We asked the locals to help us a bit, but like the local brands, but they didn't show interest because they don't have any outlet or a shop in the Gilgit-Baltistan. So that's why they were not much interested in like helping us financially.
All right, so let's move on. Could you tell us about this year's Gilgit-Baltistan Girls Football League? How many people participated, and what was the overall atmosphere throughout the tournament?
Yeah, so this year's tournament was a huge success for us and for the girls of Gilgit-Baltistan, definitely. We had invited 8 teams from all over Hunza. We have like there are more than 12 villages in the upper part of Hunza, so we tried to cover that area first. So we invited 8 teams just to see if they are interested or if they could play. So yeah, they showed a great coordination, and they brought their teams. We had 8 teams in total, but one couldn't come due to some issues. So we had 7 teams, and we had like 98 girls participating in the tournament. Besides that, we had so many volunteers who came up with like, they were like, yeah, we're gonna help you no matter what. So we had some guys on the security. We brought some volunteers from Pasu, from Shimshal, from different areas of Gojal, so that they would help us with the tournament. So yeah, there were many people participating, like including volunteers and players and the management. We had like lots of people over there.
So before you go, I must ask you, what expansion plans do you have for the league? Where do you want to go from here?
Yeah, so our idea is to bring it to Hunza and the other parts of Gilgit-Baltistan, like the areas where girls are not allowed to play and their families are not supportive. We want to, you know, put a positive influence on them, so that the families would think about it, that these girls are playing, so why don't our daughters play too? So we are going to bring it to Hunza and then the lower parts of Hunza, like Skardu and other areas of Gilgit-Baltistan. So and besides that, we are trying to get the girls into universities on sports-based admissions, so they would continue their education as well. So that's the idea basically.
So I just want to ask you, this kind of woman empowerment that is seen in Gilgit-Baltistan in your community, it's not normally seen throughout Pakistan. So what factors do you think contributed to this movement and this league, whereas you don't see such a this sentiment in broader Pakistan? So what would you have to say about that?
It's basically that girls are playing everywhere. Even in Peshawar, I have friends from Peshawar, from Lower Dir. Those are playing too. But the only problem is that they don't get media coverage, or they don't come on the screens, or they don't show that they are playing. Like the girl who won in Asian Games, she belongs to a very conservative family. So it's not that the girls are not playing or they are not allowed to play. It's just that they don't see a future in sports. That's the problem. So if we influence them by if we influence them and we help them to change their mind, then I think it will change. I think the idea about sports in families would change, and they would encourage their daughters and their sisters to play football or any other game they want to.
Those are certainly words of wisdom, and you're certainly an inspiration for us all. Thank you so much for joining us, Ms. Inayat. You're certainly an inspiration for us all. And now let's move on to a break. We'll be back with news on Syria.